Another common question, but one that I just got this week for Instagram's Q&A. What is your favorite system for recording dreams? What do you personally use? Okay, this comes down to a personal preference, and really I've noticed probably 3 different ways that I've seen people record dreams effectively. And you really have to know yourself in this. For me, there is something about that mind-eye-hand connection that really kind of helps me meditate on my dreams and just kind of has a way of making them stick a little stronger, because not only do I start remembering like the visual imagery that I saw in the dreams, but there's also something that I remember about the written part of it. Like especially if I start illustrating things, I kind of draw stick people. I'm not a great artist, but that really helps me. So for me, I actually write every dream down by hand. Just because there's, again, when I go back and I read dreams years later even, there's something there that happens when I look at my handwriting that triggers certain memories, even beyond just the dream itself. I've just noticed that about myself. However, I will say this, as you can probably imagine, I have years and years of dreams logged in my journals. So what I started doing several years ago is I still handwrite them, but then I also take pictures of all of my dreams and I save them into Evernote is what I use. And I have an entire file system in Evernote because that helps me catalog my dreams. And a lot of times I'll notice that I'll be out and about and I'll see something that reminds me of a dream I had. And obviously I can't wait till I get home to see my journals, and go looking for it. So it really helps me to be able to have it right there on my phone too. So mine is kind of a 2-step process just because I love the process of writing them down, drawing them out, emphasizing certain words when I'm writing them. But then I also like to carry them with me wherever I'm at, because sometimes God will give me revelation of the meaning of a dream when I'm out and about. I'll see something that triggers that memory and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I dreamt about. And I'll stop for a moment and I'll meditate. Okay, Lord, what are you showing me through this? And I want to have the dream there available to me. Now, like my daughter, for example, she's a great artist. So a lot of times she ends up drawing a lot of her dreams out. She will, do the imagery and it's wonderful and it's beautiful. And for her, that causes her to remember. She can literally remember the whole dream by remembering certain images throughout the dream. So she will almost like storyboard hers to where it'll be like, here's one snapshot and here's another. She's more artistic that way. So I find that works for her. But the other thing that I've also noticed that a lot of people, this really works for a lot of people, is voice memos. They will talk through their dreams, and as soon as they wake up, they'll reach over for their phone or something, just kind of still groggy, and just voice record the dream, and then they catalog them that way, which is another great method. My thing is I wish I could find, to go along with that, I wish I could find something that could capture keywords, because that's not always the case whenever you voice record. You lose the handwritten thing, and sometimes I'll be looking for a dream and I remember certain imageries. I'm like, let me have the dream about the ladybug, or let me have the dream about the mantle, things like that. But really it all comes down to personal preference. What works for you? How do you typically keep notes of things? For me, handwriting is, there's just some things, and I do a lot of digital stuff. I write a lot on my computer, but when it comes to dreams and when it comes to my personal daily devotions, I kind of keep that space sacred, and I try to not engage too much digitally when I'm working on those 2 things, and that just really tends to help. So hope that helps. Let me know what else works for you guys, and maybe I'll share it with the whole group. Take care, guys.